Sure, absolutely. Good morning. Thanks for being here. I know bright and early. It's great to be back in football. Also great to be doing it on St. Patrick's Day. So it was fun driving in from Bath, a couple establishments with lines of students already out there at 4:50 this morning. As a Chicago Irishman, way to go, students. Be safe, be smart. But a lot of fun to see them, and then just great to be out on the field with the guys. I've been working obviously diligently since day one when I got here. To get to this point, and today was a great first step. I got pages of notes of ways that we got to get a lot better, but that's to be expected after going through just our first workout together, really on the field, collectively as a squad. So guys came ready to work, and it's crazy to think we only have 14 left. So I'll answer any and all questions, but thanks again for being here.
You're a coach who takes this very seriously, but the little boy in you, how much fun did you have today?
I think if you're not having fun with football, then you shouldn't be a part of it. You got to love it. You got to love everything about it. And I don't think you know how much you love something till you have it taken away from you. And I'm just honored to be in the role, and I'm honored to be here coaching these guys and developing them as men and as students, and hoping to build our program back to where it belongs, like I talked about initially. And did I have fun today? Yeah, absolutely. But we've just got a long way to go to build a team. It's not about me. It's about the guys and about the squad.
Matt, the reason for the early practices, is that a practical thing, or are you trying to send a message and build a mindset?
Yeah, Tuesday. I wish I was that smart. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've got a couple guys with some class conflicts, and to be able to maximize the window of practice and not lose anybody so we can keep progressing as we go through the spring, we had to adjust some things that maybe I'm not typical or would prefer to do. But as I told the guys, we want to have that whatever-ish, 2-hour-ish window to be able to practice as hard as we can. And then we had to adjust meetings. So meetings went to last night and yesterday morning, if that makes sense. It'll be the same thing. They're going to unfortunately have to come back tonight, and we'll put today's practice to bed, so to speak. But then we get to have dinner together. So always able to find some different positives out of a unique schedule. Saturday we'll have kind of a normal flow. All right, so Tuesday, Thursday will be early, and then we'll go, I think we're on the field at 9:30 on Saturdays, which is a little bit, more typical, and it'll be a more typical flow of practice too. Like, for example, today, special Tuesdays and Thursdays, kick games at the end of practice. Typically, it'll be at the beginning and then sprinkled in somewhere in the middle. Because of our class conflicts, we had to move that, just move the practice plan around a little bit. So, yeah, it's a fun day.
Sorry.
Okay.
Where do you think you've made, 3.5 months you've been here? Where's the most progress been made, obviously, behind the scenes as far as we're concerned?
It's going to be a work in progress because we'll add a number of young men back to the squad in June. But relationship building, the way we've worked our culture meetings on Wednesdays, which we'll have our 6th tomorrow, to the way we're trying to get the guys walking in the building, to communicating with each other, to building relationships. That's them together. That's us with them. It's them with us. That's obviously something we don't have enough time to do, so we have to have great urgency. So I think that's number one, the biggest area that we've improved collectively is just our relationships.
I saw a video last night. In fact, I think it was in this room. You were talking to the team, and you had the band here.
Yeah.
And you sang the Fence song.
Yeah, great respect for Mike Vrabel. I've known Mike for a long time. We competed against each other, and what a great run they had in New England this year. And just you listen and you learn and you grow as a coach every year, right? And so I saw or read somewhere that Braves, they installed the first play was take a knee to win a game. So I wanted the first play I installed with the team was to sing the fight song. I want everything we do to think about the end in mind. It's a process to get there, but you earn the privilege to sing the fight song with the band and the students. And that's what I wanted yesterday's message to be in our first team meeting to start spring ball.
Did you ever play an instrument growing up?
I played the alto sax in the band. Yeah, the sax band members were fired up. I played the bass in the orchestra just because I was the tallest fourth grader back then. Don't ask me to do either right now. I would struggle mightily, but yeah, it's great. And I've always believed in being a team of the students. I just think we play for our student body, we play for our alums. Obviously, we play for our macro level fans, everybody that supports Spartan Nation, but especially those that are on campus. And I've felt that as I've been on campus since December, how important athletics are here and how important our teams are, be it in Munn, supporting the hockey team, or in Breslin, supporting our basketball teams. That's really all I've been able to get out to see. I've had a chance to see, I think, our rowing team in the weight room and our softball team out working out, baseball a little bit, soccer. But to see the way our students support our athletes is absolutely incredible. And we're not going to take that for granted. And the band and the spirit teams are all a part of that. You'll see a video later. We had Spartan at the end of practice today. So just trying to say thank you to everybody that supports us. And it's the least we could do is give back to them.
When we talk about the scarcity of the practices, 14 left, what are you trying to get out of the practice sessions in particular, not just the whole winter term?
Yeah. We obviously got a lot of things to get done schematically in all three phases, right? So we'll put that over here. That's enough. Has to be done. But how we practice, fundamentally, how we want to attack whatever it is concept that we're doing in all three phases, and then obviously the communication standpoint, and eventually here as we move forward, it'll be the fundamental of physicality and taking the mental toughness that we've been trying to develop and turn that into physical toughness. So we got a lot to do. I mean, LeVar Woods did our intro to special teams before we went on break, and then we went again yesterday before practice today, and it was 4 pages of a to-do list, and that was just for the punt team. So we've got a lot of work to do, and we're going to lean into it. We're going to embrace it, and we're going to work our tails off to get it done.
Matt, as somebody who's been doing this a long time, to lead your first practice in a couple of years, being away, before you got on the field today, or maybe when you got on, did any sort of sentimentality or emotion to hit you there? And also your first time ever leading a practice somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I've been around football for a long time. Started in 2nd grade, so this isn't. I wasn't only at one place in my life. That's why I answer it that way. I think this is not about me. This is about our program and about our players. And so, was I a little excited last night? Yeah. Did I sleep a little? Maybe. But I sure was ready to rock at 4:00 this morning. And I thought about stopping the car and going and dabbing up the students at 4:50 when I was driving by. And I'm ignorant. I don't know the names of the 2 pubs, so I'm sorry. I'll learn them. But I thought that was really cool. That's what college is all about, man. Good, clean American fun. So as long as we're safe and smart, I'm all for it.
Are you still in touch with Mike Vrabel?
Mike, last time I saw Mikey, Titans practice at our building when they were getting ready to play the Bears. So I've seen him. We've texted periodically. Mm-hmm. I've just got the utmost respect for the job he does. I mean, if you want to build a program off of modern football the way teams should play, I mean, he's done just a phenomenal job. I got great respect for him.
Is everyone available for spring ball right now?
Yeah, we'll have some guys that are out, and then as we go through, it's kind of day to day. It's spring ball. We have no issues that we think will bleed into the summer or into fall camp at this time. Some that we inherited, of guys from injuries from last fall that are just on their rehab progression, and then some guys that maybe got a little bit of a twist or a turn during winter workouts that at some point will get back going. Maybe some guys are limited here or there, but it's spring practice, right? So we're going to err on the side of caution. And make sure we're smart and safe. It'll be the same thing in fall camp for me. So I don't have a list of guys right now to read off, but we anticipate everybody to be full go, ready to rock in as we sit here today in the summer.
What did you want to get done today? No pads, first day. What was on the agenda?
Yeah, let's see here. What do we have to improve on? Which is probably most of what I wanted. I wanted the guys to learn how to practice here and how we do it. So we did some somewhat dress rehearsals leading into it, but couple things that we've got to do just a little bit better in the details of how we attack and start the day, from warm-ups to the way we finish it with what we call our 4th quarter, the way we're going to finish practice. So like I said, I've got so many notes we don't have enough time for me to read them all off, but I just wanted to learn how we practice. This is how we do it. This is what we expect, and then we'll meet as a staff here later on this afternoon. We'll actually go watch it right now and be with recruits, and then we'll talk about it and fix it tonight and tomorrow, and just keep building at it 1% better each practice.
Any initial thoughts about how the guys responded today?
Yeah, my initial response is I thought they were excited to be here. I think everybody's excited about day 1. Nobody dreams of day 2, so we'll see how it goes on Thursday, right? They should be excited, right? It's a new group. As far as the whole number of guys in the locker room, it's a new staff. It's a new Michigan State, and so everybody should be excited about that. But it's not about that. That'll fleet. That'll wear off. It's about the consistency of the mindset and the way that we attack, and we're disciplined to the structure. And day 1 was good. It was a heavy learning day, and so the guys came ready and eager, and now we'll build on that.
Maybe a silly question, but in an indirect way, are games won in spring football?
Yeah, I think games are won every day. I think they're won every day. I think everything matters, especially when you're reducing rosters at the collegiate level. Every player matters, every rep matters, everything we do matters. I mean, I tell the guys all the time, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So absolutely, I think that you can just continually work to get better. And when today's over, it's over, and it's in the rearview mirror. There's nothing we can do about it anymore. We can meet about it mentally, we can recover physically, but the work on the field's done for the day. So yeah, I think it's critically important.
Going back to the culture piece, it seems like Jordan and Alessio have really emerged as leaders on this team, but have you seen anyone else who's really stepped up into leadership?
Yeah, we'll get it released. We named a unity council internally yesterday. Again, I'm sorry I don't have that. My focus was a little bit too much on practice, but we'll get that out to you. So yeah, the guys had to apply for that. They had to go through and answer a bunch of questions, and then the players voted on who they wanted by their position to represent themselves. I want to be a player-led football team and a player-led program. So the only way you do that is to give them, number one, the opportunity to lead. But we'll be meeting weekly now, moving forward, myself and that group, and we'll talk about everything that affects the program. But Alessio and Jordan have been doing great, but it's going to take a lot more than that. And there's a lot of guys stepping up.
Matt, in terms of instilling toughness versus teaching techniques.
Yeah.
Is there a cutoff of when you want to be outside, when you're inside? How you make that determination?
Mother Nature. Yeah, especially going as early as we're going. I think we need to be smart. Today was not the most beautiful day in the world. What a storm. Hopefully everybody up in northern Michigan is healthy and safe. I mean, what a crazy 48 hours of weather. I know we had a tornado a couple weeks ago that my heart breaks for all those families affected. It's just been a wild couple weeks weather-wise. And so we're just going to be healthy and smart. I'm hopeful to get out Saturday. It looks like it's going to be, really great weather. I want to be outside every day, but I've got to adjust and be smart with how we can best do it. And then, also you've got guests, and so I want to be, smart with our recruiting guests to make sure they, enjoy the Williams indoor facility. So we'll make sure we take advantage of whatever it is the weather gives us.
Just wondering if you had an idea of what the end of spring will look like yet with the showcase and what might go into that?
There'll be 11 guys on offense and 11 guys on defense. There'll be some semblance of special teams wrapped into it. I think it'll be, as I look at it, it'll be an opportunity for our fans to come watch us, but it'll be more of a practice, kind of like you all saw today with a little bit different flow to it. There'll be, move the ball and situational stuff as we go into our 11-on-11 units. We'll work probably most of our kick phases in some way, shape, or form, either in, potted up drills that we want to finish with, but especially here in year one, I just felt like we needed all 15 practices. I think, going back to my playing days, spring ball, fall camp, the easiest days were scrimmage days. You only got like 20 or 30 total reps when you became an established player. I want our guys taking 40, 60 plus reps, every day that we're out there as a minimum. So, just trying to get, us built to get ready to take that next phase, which would be obviously summer workouts. So we've got to take advantage of every rep. Yeah, down the road that may change. Right now, I feel strongly that we needed all 15 practices.
What did you learn about these guys during winter conditioning?
That they're hungry, that they wanted to build relationships with each other. The guys that stayed want to make, Spartan Nation proud, and the guys that are newcomers, either through the transfer portal or our freshmen that have early enrolled, they want to find a way to make a difference. And then just every day it's been about building relationships and going, again, back to how we want them to do things. This is what we want. This is how we want you to do it. Let's go do it. And then we just keep constantly talking to them about being coachable, and they've been great so far. Just really pleased with where things are at. Now it's just one day at a time trying to get better.
You have 15 early enrollees, is that?
We did. From high school? Yes, sir.
15?
And you said there might be a couple additions in the summer?
Well, yeah, we've got the guys that, are still part of the signing class, right, that aren't here, that are still in high school. Yeah, exactly.
The offensive line development through the spring, it's kind of hard to come away with this is our starting five, and you still got some.
I don't know if I walk out of spring ball with a final depth chart regardless of position. I think it's where you're at when spring ball wraps up. And then, you kind of go into that third quarter phase as you look at the offseason, first quarter winter workouts, second quarter spring ball. Third quarter of the offseason to us is kind of, summer workouts, and, which there'll be some with us, and then obviously some that are player led. And then you go into the fourth quarter in training camp. And really that chart's set as we go into game week, at the end of that fourth quarter of training camp. So everything else is fluid. I would not, you know, as we're getting to know each other. I would not overanalyze, oh, he's the left tackle. I would not do that right now. I wouldn't do it at the end of spring. It may just be the availability that day of who we have to put the groups together. And we may, and I know we'll move guys, especially in the O-line, we'll be moving guys around just to get depth at every position. I'll call it competitive depth. You'll hear me say a lot. So guys may play tackle and guard, may play guard and center, just so we've got competitive depth at every position. It'll be the same thing on the D-line, same thing at linebacker, same thing in our DB, like almost pretty much everywhere except quarterback, snapper, holder, kicker, punter. They're going to see guys probably moving around just to make sure we've got competitive depth.
For the offensive line, if you could create 5 ideal offensive line and put a line together, what would the sort of talents and abilities of those guys be? What would your ideal offensive line be?
5 guys that will operate as one heartbeat, that get excited about moving people against their will.
Rodney Bullard, is he still waiting on that NCAA waiver? And if he does, is the plan for him to stick around here?
Well, we want him here. I'll tell you that for sure, 100%. And is he waiting for the waiver? Yes. And to my friends at the NCAA, can you please get it done? I'll leave it at that.
First time seeing your staff that you built in action, really rolling, I guess. What did you think about just seeing that group put together?
Yeah, it was fun to watch them. And again, it's part of my notes here. It says 4 staff. So we've got a lot of work to do. But it's a veteran group. I've really been impressed with our young assistants. So the assistants to the assistants. That group has really been grinding. And, we've got a lot when you bring in, really 2 new playbooks that need to get converted, need to get flipped over into how we do things, creating language and the operations and the systems. Those guys have been really doing a terrific job. There's a ton. I mean, Joe Rossi and I were just talking about, we had a drill, a special teams drill at the end, and, we just told the defense to put the ball in this hand and the offense was put the ball in the other hand, right? They were coaching them. So there's so many little details that we've got to work on. But I thought from a coaching standpoint, we were well organized today. We were well structured, and now it's time to put the pedal down a little bit more as we go into Thursday.
A couple more, yeah.
When you have a left-handed quarterback like Cam, is that a little different in terms of details and for the wide receivers? Like, how does that change things when he's in there?
Yeah, as a lefty myself, we're just glad I'm not our quarterback. I'll leave it at that for a lot of reasons. But, yeah, it's a little bit different. The ball spins a little bit differently. But he throws a really, really good ball. And really clean. Ball comes out of his hand, really naturally. But that's just time on task. Those guys throwing routes on air. And getting the work in, and they would be used to it by the time we get to game day, for sure.
Anything catch your eye today, or no surprises? Even the guys well enough that you kind of know you've got?
Yeah, I hate to be that coach that always says this. I got to watch the tape, but I only saw. It says stay up, right? That's something that every coach wants everybody off the ground. We were only on the ground 5 times total today. That was pretty good, and there were a couple reps where guys were about to go to the ground and a teammate. And we talked about it yesterday in the team meeting about being the best practice team in the country. We've got to be the best teammates in the country. And so to see a couple of those examples will be something I'll highlight tomorrow in the team meeting. That was something from a structural standpoint with the guys I was very pleased with today.
Everybody has a bracket. You have the Spartans going far?
Number 1, they're going to win it. Absolutely, for sure, 100%. I got to fill out my women's bracket today, so I haven't gotten that done. So, yeah, no, excited to watch it. Fun time of the year, right? I mean, it starts tonight. The playing games tonight. I'll be working, but that's all right. Maybe we'll have it out in the background. But no, it's great. So we're excited to watch our teams go compete. We're excited for the hockey team to go compete in the tournament. So just wish them the best of luck and look forward to cheering them on.
Just curious about Charles Brantley. I think you might have talked about him before, but what have you observed with him coming back to the program? Any thoughts about him initially?
Yeah, I just think he's got a lot of passion, and I think when we talked about him coming back here, it's kind of like how I felt when I talked to everybody in town. He's like, I'd just like to come home, and I think that means something to him. And so we're excited to have him back and, just work through the process of getting him back going. And he's got a great smile. He's got a great attitude and just ecstatic that he's here. So, all right, everybody, appreciate it. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Go Green. Thanks.